What is up, my little tubers? Welcome back to another draft here on Arena. Got some more shadows over Innistrad Remastered here. So thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe. And don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/nUmotS for all of your magic card needs. What do we got here in this pack? Eldritch Evolution. Not a very good card. Constructed, sure. Can do some funny stuff with this one, but not really a limited value card. Best cards that I see in this pack are like the Haunted Dead. Good value card. Can turn lands later on into extra creatures, or with Madness it has some good value there. Guys to the Archive, solid 3-drop. Whelp's a fine 2-drop. Dragoon's a really solid 2-drop, one of the better Madness enablers in the format. I guess here we're just gonna first pick the Haunted Dead. A lot of black cards in this pack, unfortunately, but pretty weak overall pick one, pack one, so not much you can do about that there. Gonna get past a Call the Bloodline. Okay, this is another pretty solid one in the Madness deck, but it's also quite good if you end up in the Vampires, although there's a lot of overlap in Vampires and Madness. What other good cards there? Another 2-drop Madness enabler. Vessel of Nascency. Oh, this used to be a common, I think. It's an uncommon now. It's a good Delirium enabler or Graveyard Theme enabler. Yeah, not too much again in this pack. Let's go with the Call the Bloodline to follow up the Haunted Dead, but I'm not particularly fond of this start. As we get another Call the Bloodline. I'm not sure if you're supposed to take a second here. Stensia Masquerade is quite nice. Attacking creatures you control have first strike. Whenever a vampire you control deals combat damage to a player, you put a 1/1 counter on it, and has Madness. So in the aggro vampire deck, that thing can be pretty good. The best card here is probably just Galvanic Bombardment, though. I think red is one of the best colors, if not the best color in this format. It has access to a lot of great removal spells, the Bombardment being one of them. And of course, the more you get, the better they become. Ulvenwald Captive, also a fantastic card here. These are probably my top 2 cards in the pack, but let's go with Bombardment as it probably lines up with the black a little bit better. Next pick, Daring Sleuth is okay if you can do a lot of the clue stuff. That's more for like the blue-green deck. Bound by Move Silver is a solid white removal spell that you can move around. Let's see, there's a Bloodbriar, solid sacrifice theme card. Gnarlwood Dryad. This used to be an uncommon. Solid 1-drop. 1/1 Death Touch for 1, and then Delirium, it becomes a 3/3 Death Touch. I think what I might do here is actually take inventory, though, because getting this card early and then getting multiples is so good. If you end up in blue-black zombies, this is fantastic. If I end up in blue-red spells, this is also fantastic. I think this is the best choice. Ooh, and yeah, we can follow that up with a Drag Under now if we want to. Fighting Rain's another okay one for the Madness deck. It's a little bit awkward because as the Madness deck often has a lot of cheaper creatures that this would end up killing, but it is nice to have access to that. Another Whelp here. Angelic Purge is solid removal. No, I kind of like leaning into the blue now. Tree of Perdition, huh? Not very good. It's fun, but it's not very good. We have another Biting Rain here. We have an Imprisoned in the Moon, which is a decent removal spell. Accomplice is just a solid 2-drop. Logger's good. Gorgers for some more Madness and garbage. I guess I should just take the Biting Rain at this point, just to play it safe and make sure I have access to a card like this. I don't think we're supposed to take Imprisoned in the Moon here, although it is a solid removal spell. I don't think it's anything that impressive. Plus, it's a common. Okay, that is a late Deadweight. That's a good one. Another Imprisoned in the Moon here. Very good for Delirium purposes. Just solid removal. Leaning into black, perhaps. Black-blue would be zombies. A lot of different routes we could end up going, though. If we do end up in blue-black or red-black, we can get a couple of the Lord cards, too. Right, you have the, not Drogskull, is it? Yeah, Drogskull Captain, maybe? The Zombie Lord, and then there's the... Oh my gosh. Okay, what a crazy pick 8 this is, though. Rise from the Tides is legitimately one of the best cards in this format. It's just too easy to have it in your deck and just cast it and win like on the following turn. I hate passing another Take Inventory here. I hate passing Alchemist's Greeting, but this card's way too strong. That really sucks though, passing both of those. Let's see, some more Madness stuff if we wanted to. Blue-Black Madness is not really a thing. If we're going to end up in Blue-Black, the Ghoul Razor's a better choice. Though I only have, what, one zombie right now. But 3 mana 2/2, return a zombie at random from your graveyard to your hand when it ETBs is solid enough. Okay, just double up on them. Yeah, get all the zombie value cards. Sure. The Rise from the Tides is at its best, obviously, in red-blue. Which, honestly, we could still end up being. I do not have to be playing black, although I haven't seen much good red. Oh, there's the Masquerade on the... Actually, I guess the Masquerade's not honestly that good, is it? I keep saying honestly, but... Just take the 2/1 flyer here, perhaps. Or we could take the Deny Existence. Scarecrow could also be fine. Mulligan. Don't see us running any of these cards. Bloodbriar, the best among them. Okay. Yeah, Waltz is not bad for some graveyard shenanigan value. And if we end up in blue-black, the Sanitarium Skeleton's like okay. We opened an Ulrich of the Krallen Horde. That card is busted. Whenever this enters the battlefield or transforms, target creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn. So on the turn that you play it, assuming you have a creature that can attack, it's usually pushing in some damage or something, and then, yeah, does some crazy work. We did open, that's what it's called, Diregraph Captain. 2/2 Death Touch for 3. Other zombies you control get +1/+1. Whenever another zombie you control dies, target opponent loses 1 life. Pretty nice card. If Captain wasn't here, I would take the Greeting. It looks like we might be able to go into the zombies. Ooh, Prized Amalgam? What does this one do again? Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, if it entered from your graveyard, you cast it from your graveyard. Return Prized Amalgam from your graveyard. Okay, so that only really works with Haunted Dead. Because the Ghoul Razors return them to your hand, so you're not casting it from your graveyard. Might be better to take the Kindly Stranger here. I'm not sure how frequently we're going to be able to hit Delirium. But Kindly Stranger is just so good. 3 mana 2/3, and then Delirium, it turns into a 4/3 that kills a creature, so a little bit strong, too strong to pass up, I think. Ingenious Scab is a really solid zombie. Gavany Unhollowed is a pretty solid zombie. Right now we're at 5 sorceries, no instants, so this Rise from the Tides might not be at its best, but we can still probably make use of it. I've been really happy with Ingenious Scab. I think that card is amazing. Let's just take that. Another one it goes. Sure, sure, sure. Kind of overloading on 3 drops now, but that's not the worst. Removal-wise, we're not looking so good. What does this one do? 2/2 for 2, discard a card. Vampires you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Activate only once each turn. Maybe take the Essence Flux here. Pretty good with the Ghoul Razors. Pretty good with Haunted Dead. Another instant / sorcery from Rise from the Tides. Not a huge fan of Liliana's Elite, although it is okay. It is another decent 3-drop, though. 3 mana 1/1 zombie that gets +1/+1 for each creature card in your graveyard. We're gonna need to pick up some of those 4 mana 3/3 zombies at this rate. The ones that mill you 3 or 4 cards or whatever it does. Noose Constrictor. Explorers is not a zombie. This pack is very good, just not for us. Especially for a 6-pick. Constrictor, Stromkirk Captain, Ride Down, Purge. I will take the Drownyard Explorers. I'm not sure I will play the Drownyard Explorers. I mean, if we wanted to run the Kindly Stranger, we could throw in the Explosive Apparatus as a way to get an artifact in the graveyard, but that doesn't seem too important. Creatures and sorceries shouldn't be a problem to get in the graveyard. We'll see about this Kindly Stranger. I'm not sure it's quite going to make the deck. Malevolence is a pretty good trick. So you can 1 mana give us something -1/-1, or give something +1/+1, and then if you escalate it, so pay 3, you can do both modes. There's the card I was talking about, the Laboratory Brute. 4 mana, 3/3 zombie that mills 4 cards when it ETBs. Although Crow of Tidings is also not terrible. 3 mana, 2/1 flyer that mills 2 when it dies or ETBs. Flyer or 3/3. Looks like for curve purposes, I'll go ahead and just take the 3/3. Ah, man, I haven't been a fan of Certain Death. But it's like okay, slow, bad removal. I guess depending on if I get like no removal in pack 3, we might run Certain Death. I have been a fan of Jace's Scrutiny, though. This is kind of like a removal spell. And it draws a card later. Soul Separator, I don't think is all that good. It's way too slow for what it does. That puts our instant sorcery and count at 8, so that's good enough from the Rise from the Tides. Grotesque Mutation here could be another playable, maybe. Probably don't have enough value for Skeleton right now, right? We just have the Call to Bloodline, which I'm not even sure we're going to end up running. Again, this is only okay with a couple of our cards. The Call to Bloodline, the Waltz, the Haunted Dead. Take the Terrarian for some more delirium potential. There's Elite. Yeah, we might still run that Kindly Stranger. It looks like the Elite's not going to be very good, though. We don't have that many actual creature cards. Pack 3, we opened a double land pack. Westvale Abbey and Hanweir Battlements. Nearheath Chaplain's great. Thermal Alchemist is great. There's another Take Inventory. There's another Elite. This is either taking the Westvale Abbey or taking the Inventory, and I'm going to go with the Inventory for our second one. Because if we can find one more Take Inventory to get 3, that would be pretty darn good. Ooh, we could take Pieces of the Puzzle here, too. This is another card I've been really happy with in the heavy instant and sorcery deck, specifically red-blue. But even still, this has a lot of value in our deck with so much graveyard synergies, so I think I like just taking that here second pick over Haunter or Hollowed. There's another Tattered if we want to. There's an Abundant Maw as well. This wouldn't be bad in our deck with as many 3s as we have. Like sack a Ghoul Razor for the Abundant Maw or whatever. Seems alright over another Tattered Haunter. Another Alchemist's Greeting. Yeah, we probably would have had a pretty sick red-blue deck too. Herald's okay. Foulbloods is okay. I don't really want any of these cards, though. 10 instants and sorceries, 10 creature count. Am I just cutting this Biting Rain? This might not even be good in our deck. Yeah, we might play the Herald. Another Drag Under. Accomplice. Waltz, another Herald. Let's go for another Drag. This is going to be zombie spells deck. This looks okay. Maybe not as many early plays as I would want, though. Another Haunted Dead. Okay. Pretty solid. Manic Scribe. Don't want that. Man, another Alchemist's Greeting going around. Sheesh. Seems like we could have been in a few different decks and had a good seat. I think we have a pretty solid blue-black deck as it is. I think we could have had a good blue-red deck. I think we probably could have had a good black-red deck. There's a Graph Rats, but no Midnight Hosts. Another Liliana's Elite. Another Drown Yard. We're not playing any of these. Okay, we might run Crow. Yeah. Again, just so much graveyard value. I think we probably end up running Crow here. Another Haunter. I don't know if we're pressuring enough for these Tattered Haunters to be super good in our deck is the only issue. Like maybe we need to be running these Grotesque Mutations for life gain for the stabilization. This is interesting deck. We're doing like a couple of different things. I think it's probably safest to try to cut the Delirium. But Kindly Stranger's so good. Alright, let's see. How good is Flux good enough here? Yeah, I think it is. No, not quite. Probably okay to cut it. Need to make 3 more cuts thereabouts, and we still have so many playables in our sideboard too. 9 instants and sorceries for Rise from the Tides. Yeah, man, I really want to cut these Tattered Haunters. I just don't think they fit what the deck is trying to do. And probably cut the Waltz too. Wish we had some more early game plays that interacted with the board though. In fact, I probably need to get this Biting Rain in, especially if we're just cutting all of our early game plays. The Malevolence can probably go out. That leaves us with 8 instants and sorceries for Rise from the Tides. Oh, it is not exactly the curve we were hoping for. Because obviously that is not a curve. Yeah, maybe the Skeleton wants to come in then. It's good with Call the Bloodline anyways, and it's something to do early. It's good with all the self-mill effects. I guess I can probably cut the Terrarian. Okay, this is a little bit dirtly, but I think I can get behind it. Seems fun enough. Blue-black zombie spells here in this Shadows over Innistrad Remastered draft. Probably could have ended up with a better deck, but this is still okay, so let's give it a shot. Alright, on to round 1 we go. Been doing pretty well in this format, as you can see by the rank. We've gotten down to rank 360. We're on the play here with no black sources. Yeah, this is okay. Oh, you know what? Maybe Call the Bloodline is not supposed to be in my deck. Yeah, I'm actually gonna bottom the Call the Bloodline here. I need to swap Call the Bloodline out for something else. And there's our Diregraph Captain. Gonna be playing against the Madness deck, looks like. Let's get our 2-3 online. Man, that sucks they had the Exile effect. Skeleton would have been good with the Call the Bloodline. Very slow, though. I mean, we're missing land, so... would not have mattered very much. And I don't really want to trade with that thing. Alright, that's a good deadweight target. Pretty sad looking rise from the tides. Okay, Madness Enabler online, sure. Mill the Laboratory Brute and a land. Definitely going to trade my Crow away for their Bloodsworn if it attacks. Good. Get to mill another 2 cards. Haven't seen any instants or sorceries yet in our graveyard. Alright, there goes Take Inventory. Sure. And they had a Vampire, nice. Good value there by them. That's a 3/3 with our Diagraph, so... wasn't a bad draw. Haunted Dead with Abundant Maw is also pretty good. Yep, this is problematic though. Their captain gives all their zombies or all of their vampires first strike, rather. So, gonna need to find another removal spell for the captain, otherwise we're gonna be quite dead here, I'd say. Looking bleak. I'm gonna chump with the Ghoul Razor, because Abundant Maw sacks to the Haunted Dead pretty well. Oh, yikes. So this is a 5/5 for 6. Whenever a player casts a spell, they get to remove a counter and make a 2/2 off of it. Well, we are pretty dead here, I'd say. Oh, they have a Madness removal spell or something? Insatiable Gorgers. Ah, they can give it haste with the Bloodstorm. Alright, GG's. I could bring back the Haunted Dead, but it enters tapped. I would get a 1/1 token, but that wouldn't be good enough. Jesus, drop like 200 ranks. Alright, maybe make a little bit of a sideboarding change here. Again, I just don't have any early game plays, though. I mean, the Tattered Haunters are early game plays, but they don't really do much to the board, you know? I guess I can discard or cut the Call the Bloodline and bring in both Tattered Haunters and then cut 1 card. I mean, that makes my Biting Rain worse, but I don't think I'm going to cut that. I could just cut the Rise from the Tides package too, though we don't have much to bring in. And with this much self-mill, I think it's too good to cut. How about Kindly Stranger? Is Kindly Stranger good enough here still? 1 instant, 7 sorcerer. Yeah, I guess Kindly Stranger can be a cut. Land creature and sorcery shouldn't be too hard, but getting that 4th for Delirium seems really rough. Alright, I mean, with the double Tattered Haunter, it just makes us slightly more aggressive, and so now we're more likely to go like 2-drop, 3-drop creatures, you know? Nothing special, but maybe we can try to race a little bit better. As I said, look at that. Good hand on the play for sure. 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. Missing double black for Ghoul Razor. Turn 1 Neonate. We could be playing against another red-black madness or vampire deck. Red-white, sure. Let's go with the Crow, I think. Might get some Ghoul Razor value. Milda, an inventory, and a land. Also just plays out another flyer, so we can pressure the opponent pretty nicely. It's fine. Flyer's gonna fly. This is more mana efficient, and it's still making a flyer. So even though I'm not playing out Crow, we're still going wide on them here. They can use the Priest to tap down one of my flyers next turn, but that's not a huge deal. So they're not fully utilizing their mana. Oh, interesting. So they must have a different removal spell or something. Or just a combat trick. Oh wow, they didn't. Huh. Okay, what I'm gonna do here then is I'm going to main phase this, and then play the Ghoul Razor, which will get back a different one. What did they discard? Alchemist's Greeting? Sure. So I'm gonna mill 2 more, whatever. Land and a Biting Rain. You got it. That is a good one. 4/5 flying. Whenever a player casts an instant sorcery that targets only it, it copies it for each other creature they control. Good news for us is that we can just go wide on them here. Nice. Milled another Haunted Dead. So, for example, if I drew Drag Under and cast it on the Mirror Wing, I would cast it on all of my creatures, bouncing them all, drawing 6 cards. Kind of funny. Oh, well, that will do just fine. No need to beat around the bush. Just kill him with the Abundant Maw trigger. Alright, that worked out pretty nicely for us. Didn't gain all of our rank back, but gained most of it back. Feel like I might actually want that Borrowed Malevolence too, just as another way for early interaction. Maybe actually just cutting the skeleton. No, skeleton with double Haunted Dead's too good. Maybe I just cut both Take Inventories and run one of the Grotesque Mutations instead. Yeah, let's do that. With only 2 Take Inventories, it's nothing special anyways. That feels like it makes a lot more sense to me. Yeah, it's a mulligan. We have more swamps than we do islands, I'm pretty sure, too. Okay, well. Arena always wants to do some wacky things, let me tell you. There we go, second swamp. Steadfast Cathar. We'll go ahead and deadweight that. Planning on tapping out next turn, so I don't want to take like 4 damage from Steadfast. Let's play out our 2-3 this turn as a good blocker. Then next turn we can play Crow. And if it mills a zombie, we can get some value with the Ghoul Raiser next turn. Or we could attack with the Scab here and see if maybe maybe they would make some kind of trade or whatever. But I think we want to just chill out. Build an Abundant Maw and a land, so nothing going there. Guardian of Pilgrims is a knight, or sorry, spirit, and not a human. So the Cathar is not going to put 2 counters on that. Any number of tricks they could have here. Let's go ahead and make them use one. Could just be like +2/+2. Okay. That's fine. So they can make a 4/4 Pilgrim, whatever. Maybe we draw one of our drag unders and punish them. Well, I guess this isn't blocking, is it? Actually, no, we can double block the Guardian. Still have 0 instants of sorceries in the graveyard. I'm pretty sure we have, what, like 8 or something in the deck. We haven't seen 1 in the top 13, besides the Rise from the Tides itself. Need to draw our pieces of the puzzle is what we need to do. That is extremely aggressive. Holy crap. I'm happy with that. Lone Rider has first strike, so can't block it with our 1 toughness. Wow, that's a lot. Hey, yeah, mill me. Thank you. Okay. So they're gonna keep milling me? I think I'm gonna hold on to the Rise from the Tides. Yeah, there goes 1 instant or sorcery. Sweet. They're actually helping me out. It is a fast clock. Like, I'm effectively going through 4 cards a turn, but... Actually pretty impressive that blue-white hit Delirium, but I guess Angelic Purge is an easy way to get 2. Do they really draw another removal spell? It's pretty sick if they did. Okay, well. Not much you can do about them top decking. Milled 2 instants and sorceries this time. Guess let's just bring back Haunted Dead, discarding the Crow and the land, because the Crow would mill more cards. I'll take another 4 if they want to attack with the Pilgrim. I'm okay with that. 16 cards in deck. I'm going to go down to 12 next turn. If they mill even one more instant or sorcery, I think we're probably going to fire off the Rise. Nope. That's pretty good. That gives them all Death Touch, right? No, just +1/+1. Well, that does mean when they die, they take an extra damage, though. Oh, I missed one damage. Whoops. I was thinking about playing Rise from the Tides there, but I missed one damage by not attacking with my... Or by rather attacking with the Crow beforehand. Fiend Binder, that's okay. There we go, milled another one. Gonna leave both cards in our hand for the Haunted Dead. So this is good because they're gonna mill me 3, I'll draw a card per turn, we'll go down to 4 cards. They'll mill me 3, I'll draw a card. So we have perfectly enough turns to most likely kill them here. I don't think they have any good attacks. Remember, anytime a zombie dies, they also lose 1 life. Milled another Haunted Dead. Does Pieces of the Puzzle win? We have 2 Drag Unders left in our deck. Would a drag win here? Say I drag their Lone Rider. Oh, wait, I can't. I would mill myself out because this looks at 5. Okay. So they can block 5, gain 1, but yeah, they would just be taking way too much damage. Okay. Couple of wins on the board. Man, maybe I'm supposed to add even more instant and sorcery value. Maybe I'm supposed to cut some of this random stuff. Like maybe the Maw doesn't make sense in this deck and we go full on synergy, you know? Three instants, 5 sorceries, creature, land. Ah, not running this Kindly Stranger's gotta be wrong too. I bet you Kindly Stranger's just gotta be better than Maw. And Certain Death probably is supposed to be in the deck as well. I just cut all these Tattered Haunters. Am I crazy? We have a lot, again, it's kind of like we shoved 2 decks together, so that's why we have so many weird sideboard decisions, or that rather, weird ways that we can make the main deck. I don't know. Cut the Tattered Haunters, who knows if that's good. Okay, on to game 4. On the draw. Again, man. I mean, the difference is only 8 versus 9 in favor of Swamp, but always getting 2 islands in hand. This is a fine hand. So remember, Kindly Stranger could be one of the Tattered Haunters, since that's one of the sideboard decisions we made, but I guess with Biting Rain in hand, it's not a bad thing that we have a Kindly Stranger instead of the 2/1 flyer. Port Town. Two Port Town, wow. Third island, by the way. Don't you do it, deck. I would love to draw a swamp, please. Oh gosh, blue-white. They're generally going to have a bunch of smaller creatures, so Biting Rain definitely could be a very good MVP here. Yay! Alright, beautiful. Combat. And we'll just go with Haunted Dead here. Oh, Spell Queller. Okay. That's annoying, because that survives Biting Rain. So, need to find just one more land for certain death on a later turn. This is probably a good enough Biting Rain right now. Let's see. It's actually better to attack first. Yeah, attack first. Pump for 1. And then Biting Rain. Prowess will keep our Scab alive. And we'll just get a 2 for 1. It's good enough for me. Not the most exciting, but definitely good enough. That's a funny draw. That is a very funny draw. I guess we do it, though. So I wanted to draw lands here anyways. Now, obviously, they can just recast the Spell Queller. But we also get a Prowess trigger. Yep. Unfortunate not to hit that 4th land. Alright, that puts... that's only 2 sorceries in our graveyard. Ah, they had black. Okay. I'll take 3 now. Yeah, I need to find a land this turn. Oh, that might have killed us. Not finding a land there. And there goes 3 lands. I think I'm supposed to do this. Get him for 6. So if they just attack for 6 and then play out a single creature and I draw a land, we do kill him with certain death. Just like play one big dumb creature that doesn't do anything and then I draw land. Ah, that works. Collective Brutality. Ah, that really sucked. We just needed to hit 1 land there and we were fine. Jeez. Good beats. I think I played that okay, though. What are we in? 2 and 2 now? Let's go to game 5. Well, we have our swamps. We certainly have our swamps. I don't think I can keep this hand. Sure. And there's our islands. Okay. Good enough hand. Might just be cycling the Jace's Scrutiny on turn 2. Oh, they have a turn 2 ongoing investigation. That is gross. One of the better enchantments in this format. whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, they get to investigate, and then they can exile a creature from their graveyard to also investigate, plus also gain life. That is a good one. Yeah, I'm gonna block. Maybe they have a scrutiny of their own. Oh, they have a 4-drop. Sure. Wait. Ah, so they didn't want to trade. I see. They had the opportunity to trade if they wanted to, but they opted not. What do I want to draw? I want to draw pieces from the puzzle. I think. Drag under my token? No. Geralf's Masterpiece. That is a big boy. You know what I didn't want to draw? Land number 8. Did I bottom a land too? Jesus, okay. Well, this ain't good. I'm not gonna block. If they want to cast or get rid of a card in their hand to hit that for 1, that's fine. Oh yeah, they should have pre-combated. They messed up. Because every time they play cards, that card gets bigger. Okay, well at least Deadweight was good on the Recruiter. But we've seen 10 of our lands now. This game is not going to be an easy one to win. We have Instant and Enchantment in our graveyard. So we're hoping they attack with one of their ground creatures and I can block with Haunted Dead. Yikes. No, come back. We really wanted them to attack with that courier. That would have been perfect for us. Yeah, looking pretty bleak now. Now they're going to start getting clues with ongoing investigation. I'm not sure we can win that. Jeez. You know what I need to start doing? I just need to start forcing blue-red. I do think when the blue-red deck comes together, it is the best in the format. I was a little bit too wishy-washy with 2 different archetypes here. We're zombies / spells, but we almost never drew like the correct ratios. Okay. That's gross. Let's double block here. And then I guess I can't really afford to take 14 points of damage. So let's see. I can't actually return the Haunted Dead end of turn because then I'm not going to have Delirium. I need to actually wait until my turn to activate the Haunted Dead and then use the Stranger. Funny enough, like we go like this. We activate, discard 2. Then with that on the stack, now we have Delirium. Still behind, but How many cards do you have to discard for this one? 2. So trade here is good. Yeah, I don't really want them getting more clues, but it can't be helped. Like, they're gonna get one from the 4-3 dying, or their 5-4 dying anyways. Yeah, see, now if I certain death their Stitchwing, they can still bring it back end of turn by discarding 2 more cards. The ongoing investigation with those discard creatures is just way too good here. I can't beat it. Good beats, good beats. And now they get to bring back their Masterpiece end of turn if they want to. Alright, alright. I've seen enough here. GG's. Well, that did not go as we wanted it. We got a couple of wins, but we went 2 and 3 overall, which is really, really poor. But I think that's because I was too scatterbrained during the draft. After getting that Rise from the Tides, I kind of derailed myself. And so we have like a pseudo hybrid zombie / spells deck. And that's not really... Like, there is some overlap, just like Red-Black has Vampires and Madness as a good overlap. There is a lot of overlap because, you know, you can self-mill a lot of cards. But, like, we just had no early game and it didn't really come together in the games themselves. So, deck was cool. Maybe not super good, but cool. As always, we'll bring it back next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Enjoy, and we'll see you back tomorrow. Peace out.